rain is falling, but we will have baseball for you live on MLB Network. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Minnesota Twins and the Texas Rangers. The Rangers find themselves on an impressive 9-game winning streak. They'll try to push it into double digits next. Dunning will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Standing in, Darren Bobadovich. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
0-1.
And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
Matty, you have a chance to win 9 ball games in a row. All you're thinking about, first off, everything's going well. All facets of the game are coming together. Team is playing exceptionally well right now. The eyes on that double digit. There's very few teams that rattle off a double-digit win streak throughout the course of the year. They have that opportunity.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
Now an indication from the dugout is that they will not challenge the call on the field, so the runner is indeed out. First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a grounder fouled off to the left. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Dunning has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job of keeping the ball in the ballpark when he hit his teammate contact. And indeed, the throw will finish him off as he gets a put out of first, and there are 2 away now. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, you know they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 spot right now. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat. He could do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Ball 1 as the changeup misses well off the inside. Pulled high in the air out to right field. On the move is Peterson. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Down go the Twins in order, and now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. Stepping up now, Wyatt Langford. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Rangers, the left fielder.
Fastball taken, but that gets his zone for a strike. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Does this playoff baseball come early a little bit? Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I know they're just waiting for Jock Peterson to come alive. He's hitting under 250 for the season. You think about it, that's basically 1 for 4 every game with some hopefuls mixed in there. It tells you about the inconsistency he's had so far in the batter spot.
No ball.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. So I'm in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
Here's a perfect situation. 2 outs, bases empty, power hitter at the plate. He ain't looking for a single and hoping to pass the baton. This guy's looking to do damage.
Fastball well off the plate for a ball. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. Back now for the second inning in Arlington, and here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather.
Well, Matt, unfortunately, the rain that we're experiencing now is not expected to go away, and it's likely going to get worse. However, the umpiring crew has told me they believe the game will get in, although a delay sounds like a likely possibility.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. It's not looking pretty, and guys, we'll just have to hope the weather doesn't play too much of a factor in the outcome of this one.
I think it is, though, Matt. You've got to stay focused as a player. There could be a couple stops in this one. The tarp might get pulled. You just have to keep your focus, stay dry, and stay ready.
And he misses with it, 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. One-two pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Fouled away. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
That is fifth. The left fielder.
Digging in. Run with first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets stuck in. It's hard to keep your hands dry. If you don't have a good feel in the grip, it's hard to control when you're going to throw the ball.
On to first, the double play.
That is it.
Into the box. Hoping for another. He's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. And he fouls this one off. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting his seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Swing and a ground ball to third. Jung takes it in. And first throw at the bag, but a good stretch by the first. At the plate, Jock Peterson brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. And that's in there for a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beaten.
3-1 the count now. The 3-1 pitch. Try to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Count still full, 3-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start.
Fielder.
How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
Here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. As the first pitch years have been high, it's ball 1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. He pulls this one into right, and that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming up.
Left, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this.
Back now at Globe Life Park, home of the Rangers, who've benefited from some solid pitching all season long. They enter the day near the top of the league in strikeouts, so this is a pitching staff that possesses a lot of dominant arms. One of them told me, the talent and pure stuff on this team is ridiculous. So as long as we're going after the hitters and committing our pitchers in the right spots, we'll have a lot of success. Most of the time that's the case, and that's because we trust in our abilities. Pretty clear these guys are some of the best around at keeping the opposition off balance. Matt?
All right, Heidi, thank you. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 home. Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
You can really force hitters to expand their zone to protect, and when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch that can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting 9.
Stepping
right
in,
fielder.
Isaac Rich. Yes, he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Pulled toward right center field. On the run is Nimmo. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the. Striding in, Jonah Heim will get to take his first cuts here.
The catcher,
At the knees, strike 1. Heim is widely considered one of the elite backstops in the game. Of course, his skills behind the plate are well documented, and in a position like catcher, that makes a big difference for his team every night he straps it on.
And for obvious reasons. And he allows the pitching staff to throw any pitch, any count, knowing they can bounce that breaking ball and feel like it's coming right back to him. This guy, he is really one of the special defenders in our sport.
And with that, we give you a look here at the standings entering play in the AL Central. And there's the signal now from the crew chief. As we expected, we will have a rain delay.
Begins to be dicey, Matt, if you're one of these managers right now. It looks like this could be delayed somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour. Do you leave your pitchers in? Most of the ballparks have areas down below where guys can ride the bike or get on the treadmill. But you start getting into that 45-minute to an hour delay, you're starting to really flirt with danger. I'll be interested to see what the managers do with these two pitchers.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. To short. Obrigado comes up with it. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Now back, left fielder.
Up next for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. Count remains at 0-2.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And that misses 2-2. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Digging in, Aaron comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Nimmo in pursuit. He gets there and makes the play for the first down.
Now
at the plate, number 22. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Pulled toward right center field. On the run is Nimmo. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Alex Healy. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business. But I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
He hits it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Brock Holt hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like you did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Behind 0-2 now. Stays alive, still 0-2. Liner toward right center. will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
The designated hitter,
to start out the inning.
#5.
Thought he might be on base
Corey
with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Lays off 1-0.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike. Two balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Waiting on it, the center fielder. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number
The bases
31.
are empty here with 2 gone. And in steps a former World Series hero, the outfielder Jock Peterson. In there, no balls and a strike. Behind 0-2 now. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get to the zone.
Leading off for the
This
Twins.
game isn't out of
The
hand,
second
so it
baseman.
remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Brooks Lee is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued the walk. Coming right after him here.
Lifted in the air out to right. Peterson moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. The next twin up, Sean Obradovich. Ready, here's the first offering. Fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
2-0 to the Twins left fielder. Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind. 2-1.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Peterson. He makes the running play. 2 down. Now in the box, Colby Obradovich. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A ball and no strikes. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The throw into second. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year.
Lewis.
But you never know if that's going to. He was fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Standing in now, Royce Lewis. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this
Now
one
that
so far through the fifth
number
inning. But that
15.
RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there might set the tone for the later innings.
In now, number 15, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 home. Strike two swinging. They try to come in with a fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Will not catch the zone. Ball three.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball. At the plate, Isaac
Now
Rich.
batting.
And we'll see what he
The
can
right
do
fielder.
here with a pair of runners on
Isaac.
base and 2 gone here in the fifth. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Go in time, and the side is retired. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production at this point. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind. So the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in the at-bat.
Leading off for the
Good stuff,
Rangers,
Heidi. Thanks.
the third
Ready
baseman.
for another chance?
Josh
Jung. He'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. A strike, and it's 2-1. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So Dan is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit, but that'll be off the wall in right center. And a good start to the inning for the Rangers. It's going to be a leadoff double.
The center fielder,
Posey had to fight and scratch for every single thing, but he puts a good swing on this one and nearly knocks it out of the park. So we'll see if it's contagious, and his partner can pick him up right here.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. Ball here. Good pitch, but a better take, and it's the 2-1 now.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spot, he's not missing over the plate.
And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
Up next for the Rangers, the first
Coming
baseman,
to the plate,
Evan
White. He's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Behind 0-2 now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of it.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's
Now
favor, but
batting,
it
catcher,
wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen,
Jonah.
calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Stepping in now, Jonah Heim. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
Hey, this guy is one strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. One left for Texas. It remains 1-0. Two thus far in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Liner toward right center. And that's in for a base hit, making a run for 3 games so far. And he'll get in there safely.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a walk or leg out an infield single, but not in today's game. Now they expect the leadoff hitter to have a little just like this guy. Nice leadoff play.
Into the box, number 22. The first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
Hey, I thought he was going to work around him right here in this situation. But after getting 2 swinging strikes, there's a change of game plan. I guarantee he's going right at it.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty good thing to do. All of a sudden, looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage.
Alex Healy stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 home. Ground ball right side. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Boy, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving
your attention, please.
Wow, hit that foul
right there.
Number 59, Greg.
Now here comes the Rangers skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Here it comes on 0-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Fouled away. Look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Up next for the swing, the left fielder.
Ready once again on Oberdumper. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First offering on its way. He swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop-up strikeout, something to get you back in this inning.
Here's the 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Taking in once again, Bobby Obradovic. 1 for 2 at a double on his line thus far. Set and the pitch. Back up the middle. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. 1-run score. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. Low changeups usually get guys out in front. He was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Your attention, please.
He'll hit with runners in corners and 1 out in the inning. Get hard back up the middle. He has some trouble with it, and he recovers to make the play, so a run is across to score, but they do record the second out.
Now batting, number 15.
Now at the plate, number 15. It was a walk in his last trip.
Your attention, please.
W will look to provide a little
for the
2-out thunder off the
Number
bench.
30.
She'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss. That average coming in right at 300 on the nose. 6 home runs, and he's driven in 24. Set. Here's the 0-1.
0-2.
In the dirt here. Ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. So for
Ladies and
Tim
gentlemen,
Koo is
your
going to go ahead and
attention,
stay in the ballgame and play
This
third
game
now.
for the Twins.
So striding forward
Now
now,
playing third
Nick
base.
Ahmed. He'll start things
Number
out in the
46.
6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Still no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 once more. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. So the batting order turns over now and set to
the
go.
left fielder,
Wyatt Langford. Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. He'll wind up lasting just 1 out into the 6th inning, but he'll leave with the lead and was effective in this one. Paul Hamels, the 6'4" southpaw, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching. Line drive to center field. It's number 22. He's there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now back, second baseman.
So 2 away for the Rangers here in the 6th. And that'll bring up the versatile utility man, Brock Holt. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
That's lifted the other way out to left. Obradovic is over. So trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We're through 6 full. It's the Twins 5 and the Rangers nothing. Welcome back to Arlington. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Now at the plate, Isaac Rich.
Leading off for the Twins, the right fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over the foul ground. Uh-oh, he missed it. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Top of the lineup, stepping in, Darren O'Brien. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
That's a ball.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Ball and a strike.
1
5
ball,
runs,
1
6
strike.
hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that will find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in,
Now batter.
kept his hands
Number
inside the
22.
baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Standing in now, number 22.
Ball.
And the first pitch
1
to
ball,
him is
no
off the
strike.
plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Chased a bad one there, 1-1.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
And
2-1.
this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about
first
150
baseman, number
ABs
5.
to 200 ABs.
Alex
When you start
Healy.
figuring out what type of season they're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
Hero, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Your
And
attention, please.
Robinson will get the call to
For
pinch hit here,
Minnesota.
and he'll find he has a couple
Number
of
11.
runners aboard with only
Yeah.
1 out in the inning.
Robinson.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the
0-1.
first strike. Robinson comes in at 6'3" tall and bats from both sides of the plate. He's currently in the first year of a new 2-year contract.
I know this ain't a ton of job security, but it's certainly better than a 1-year deal. A 2 to 3 year deal puts yourself in a position where you can.
This is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking
next
for
for
right there.
Minnesota,
But he did his
the
best to
second
keep his
baseman.
nose in there
Brooks
and drive that change up to a base hit.
Ladies and
Justin
gentlemen,
Anderson
your
comes
attention,
on the
please.
pitch now, hoping for better
Now pitching
results
for
than
the
the
Rangers.
other arms that they've run
Number
out there.
38.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Anderson.
And this one's in the dirt. Runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. So 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Grounded back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The relay throw, and this is coming far too late. He's in there at third.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there, below the knee. Offensive coverage all over it.
In now, Sean Obradovich. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. Here's the 1-1. Popped him up. Ahmed is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more. Holding Obradovich. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled away.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
Your attention,
Dan
please.
Robinson will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base. Number
Here's
11.
Corey Seager. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally. Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Swing and a liner. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He'll get it into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
The batter. The right fielder.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Peterson. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Up next for the Rangers.
Digging in,
The third baseman.
Jung.
Jung.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is line to left. Obradovich is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
The center fielder, number 9.
Now to the plate, Brandon Nimmo. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Seager stands at second with 2 gone. Into the corner and slicing foul. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. This is pulled into right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Rangers leave 1. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Coming to the plate now, Tim Hu.
Leading off for Minnesota, the third baseman, Tim Hu.
And set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
No ball.
Strike two, swinging just out in front of the slider. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging in the dirt. Chaim gathers. So all in all, they'll have a man aboard after the strikeout.
Now batting.
Man, this is a perfect
hitter.
summary of how the
Tyler.
game has gone for him. They haven't been
Yeah.
able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a three-ring circus.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing, and he popped him up. Over in foul territory, back behind third. Jung goes over, and he puts it away for the first out.
Now back.
Stepping into the box, Isaac Rich. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And the runner back easily. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. The 0-1 delivery. It looked like the fastball got away from him there. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. Colby Obradovich is up
Now
off the
playing
bench
first
as he
base.
is in as a defensive
Number 16.
replacement. And we're going to have a quick
Colby
stoppage here as a beach ball has made its
Obradovich.
way into right field. Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. Runners on first with 1 down. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And he chased it in the dirt.
Now batting. The
Digging in
shortstop.
now, Darren Obradovich. He singled his last time up. Ready, here's the first offering. Strike swinging, chased a high one there.
1 strike.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little early.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins
1 ball.
shortstop.
2 strikes.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
2-2 the count.
Seven runs, 10 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Now a fastball swung on, missed, and that is out number 3. Coming to the plate now, Evan White. 4-2 on his line thus far.
First baseman.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
In there, strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had
The
to stare
catcher,
down a
number
really good
13.
hitter, and instead of working
Jonah.
around the zone, he
Hi.
challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Into the box now, Jonah Heim, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Now
so digging in now, Nick Ahmed. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Smoke toward third. Cool ranges to his left. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Rangers set down in order. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Pedro Strop enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 46, Pedro.
Up next for Minnesota, number 22. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
Leading off for the Twins, the center fielder, number 22.
First delivery to him on the way. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Great pitch right there. As a pitcher, you don't want hitters to get too comfortable in that batter's box. That pitch in now might set up some pitch outside.
And he fouls this one off. Ball and 2 strikes now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Dan Robinson, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitchers.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. And this one's inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Stepping into the box,
the second
Brooks Lee. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Robinson, runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Cut fastball, and it's by him, 1-1. Set. Here comes the 1-1. That swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Peterson is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Now batting on
the left fielder, John Obradovich.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 2 out with the man at first. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge. Settling in now, Wyatt Langford. And Ben, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Here's
now
Brock Holt now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. He takes the turn and heads for second. Now this rolls all the way to the wall. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Now lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
First pitch coming, here it is. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. As a look, now the pitch. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe throw it faster.
So the first is in time, and the Rangers are now down to their final out of the game.
Right fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Texas down to their final strike in this one. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first here is going to do it. And the Twins have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
And this will wind up being one of those kind of saves you used to see back in the 70s. I'll tell you, he was on fumes at the end there, but he found a way to get it done.
A 7-0 shutout final score tonight. Minnesota used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Garrett Horn notches his 3rd win of the year as he allows only 2 hits in 5+ innings of work. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. In the AL Central, the Minnesota Twins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 7-0. The Chicago White Sox totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Angels 6-5. Domingo Tapia got win number 1 on the year, helping lead Kansas City to a victory over Houston 5-3. The Red Sox had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 6-5. The Tampa Bay Rays picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the visiting Orioles 5-2. The A's third baseman, number 29, was hot at the plate collecting 3 hits in the game as Oakland took down the Mariners 5-1. Tanner Roark got the win throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run, helping Washington get past the Marlins 4-3. He is among the leaders in complete games pitched in the NL. The Mets knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 6-3. The San Francisco Giants got 12 hits in this one as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 6-3. The Phillies launched 3 home runs as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park